my church. They're having a fish fry this morning, but I just want to go and support them. This morning while I was in prayer, certain things start dropping my heart, and I just feel like talking about it. It's like I asked myself a question and then I answered it. And it's kind of heart wrenching, because I've been running the Tika May Foundation now for almost 5 years. And I have come across so much obstacles. And when I said obstacles, I mean obstacles because the folks that you thought that would be there for you, they are the folks who really don't care about you. I encountered two very, very embarrassing situations, and it kind of break my heart to a point. But I still thank God that folks show you who they really are, and I thank God for that. One of the situation was because I've been funding this foundation out of my personal money for the entire almost 5 years. So, now and again, you will have persons who make a small donation, which I appreciate 100% because the more donation I get is the more I can do for the homeless population. So I remember I thought this person and I had that type of relationship, whereas I didn't thought about it that it would be offensive in any shape or form. I sent a text and I asked her. I sent a text and as a reminder about the donation, and the response was not nice, and I was so embarrassed. I was so hurt, and I was so disappointed in this person because I thought that we had a relationship like that where I could call her and remind her freely, without any form of ill will or anything like that, because that wasn't my intention. I'm not here to upset anyone, and I learned my lesson very well from that situation. That's something that I would not do personally anymore. I will send out a notice to the general public, and anyone feel like donating to the Tika May Foundation is something that they want to do. I'm okay with that, but I will never ever do that again because it's very embarrassing on my part, knowing to the fact that you know the foundation was created because of the loss of my child, and then to go through with other embarrassing situation like that. It was hard. That was one of the two situations that dropped in my spirit this morning that I was just pondering with, after I get off my prayer line. And the next one was, um, we just had our first international outreach, and I asked an individual, I will not call any name, but an individual that is extremely, extremely close to the Tika May Foundation for help with shipping the stuff to Jamaica. Shipping the stuff to Jamaica was over 1,200 and something dollars. And I asked this person for $300. And it created such a blow up, fallout, the, the entire 9 yard. Because it was the individual said to me, "Oh, because I can't reach your demand." And until today, I can't get over it. I did not know that asking for help, that's for something that supposedly close to you, was a demand. I could not believe it. I was like, what the hell? It was like, really? Really, dude? Really? So That was a chapter that I closed, and I closed it for good when it come onto this foundation. When it come onto this foundation and asking that individual for any sort of contribution, it will never happen. Because as I said before, I am not here to upset anyone. I am not here to beg anyone. I am not here to demand anything from anyone. So that was very heart wrenching for me, for this individual to think that I was demanding anything from them. That international outreach cost me thousands of US dollars and hundreds of thousands Jamaican dollars. So to me, that $300 was like next to nothing, considering what I already invested for that particular outreach. So yeah, so those are two of the most saddest, embarrassing experience that I've been through since running this foundation. So, I just want to get that off my chest because, as I said, it's been bothering me. But for the persons who are a part of this foundation, who enjoy being a part of the foundation, being a part of being volunteering, if they don't have what to give, the volunteering means a lot also because we always need volunteers to take care of the homeless, the ones who whether they can get clothing or whatever, the ones who always there encouraging me. I want to give God thanks for them. I want to give Tyrell Bar, my assistant vice president, I just want to give him his flowers. He is one of the most sincere, amazing, honest human being I've come across in my entire life. He does nothing, and he does nothing and expect to get back something. Whatever he does for the foundation, he does it from a good place. If he makes a video and he send it to me to approve it, and I'm say, listen, you got to change this. I don't like that. Maybe the grammar is not 100% on point, or the wording, or I mean, just not like maybe a statement or two. He just changed it with grace. He never flinched. All he said, I'm on it, Judith. I'm on it, Judith. Such a beautiful soul. Such an amazing soul. I thank the administrative team, all the meetings that we've been having and trying to figure out, what will work best for the Tika May Foundation. Right now, we are in the process of putting together our next international outreach, which is going to be next 2027 April. But we're just trying to get all the information that necessary now, doing the groundwork and all of that. So I just give God thanks for Tyrell and all the effort, the energy, the time, the patience that he put in this foundation. I just want him to know that his hard work does not go unnoticed. God sees what you are doing, and I appreciate you 150%. I want to thank my son, Richard Jr., for staying in the background and constantly giving advice, constantly pushing, constantly helping us to redirect the direction that we want the foundation to go in. I just want to thank him. And I want to thank everybody, Sister Meek, Sister Arlene, Sister Parlene, all the people that constantly show up, Sister Roberts, all the people who constantly show up for this foundation. If the Blair family, I want to thank you all. If I forget anyone, excuse me, it was not intentional. But Audrey Gray, Audrey Curtis, I want to just thank each and every one of you for constantly stand beside me and support me, whether a word in prayer, whether whatever, in whatever area, because sometimes it can get very stressful, very depressing. But I thank God that I have a team of people who I can call on, and they will be there to support me. So I just want to give God thanks for that, that I have my team, and the team is getting more solid than usual. So, we just want to give God thanks because the Tika May Foundation, I want to do so much. Right now we have a GoFundMe going on. We have a GoFundMe going on trying to obtain a X-ray machine for the St. Joseph Hospital in Kingston, Jamaica. But it's moving very, very slow, extremely slow. So, that is something that's on my mind, that it's bothering me a lot because I don't like to make promises and can't fulfill it. And at the rate of how the GoFundMe is going, I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to help them with this X-ray machines. So that kind of bothersome to me. But to God be the glory, great things He has done. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. I'm not gonna beat up too much on myself about it. If it's God will, it will be done. So the Ticanarians, I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you have not subscribers yet, please like the video, share the video, subscribe. We would really appreciate it. So like, share, and subscribe. The Ticanarians will really, really appreciate it. So until next time, bye guys.